What is good, everyone, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we'll be showing you guys the best controller settings, graphics settings, audio settings, all of it in Modern Warfare 2 Season 3. Uses in multiplayer, rank play, and even potentially Warzone depending on the setting. But right now I am currently sitting at number 8 of the leaderboards in the top 250 for the new season. So we're on a pretty good grind so far. I'm gonna show you guys a couple clips. If you want your gameplay to look like mine, use these settings.
I hear you. I spawn out deep.
Yo, what's Xbox?
And he knifed me, bro. He's one shot top
That's
paper.
nice.
Top paper, absolute.
I hear you.
How the fuck did I lose that?
Secure
Good
the
shit.
area.
Nice good shit.
Tucson,
Nice, good shit.
Now you mid.
am I looking at my screen getting kills? Oh my god, I'm pre-running this guy. He's S2 steps.
I literally just turned on like it's so bad.
Updated. Move to the hard point.
One's back van.
One guy's hallway.
Oh no, wait, dad.
I'm in flow state, no bullshit.
Off gas, no bullshit.
Mid, no bullshit.
I'm full stand bullshit.
No bullshit, no bullshit.
No bullshit. I got gas control. No bullshit.
Nice. And let's get started. So this is for controller. I have my controller vibration off. Personally, I've just never used vibration, so I'm not used to it. Then I use 661 ADS. I think majority of professional players use it. Probably like 80% of the professional players use 661 and have for the past years. Some people say it might feel a little slow, but if you try it out and you get comfortable with the movement, you make it look a lot faster than 6.6. So just give it a shot. Sensitivity multiplier and all these other stuff is like not really important. And then you go down. Another very important setting is automatic sprint. Currently in the Call of Duty League, you cannot use automatic sprint, but you can use it if you're playing multiplayer or just rank play. And I recommend you use automatic tactical sprint. Pretty much what it does, when you push your analog forward, it will automatically send you into a sprint. So from walking instantly to a sprint, it's very good if you're like trapped in a corner, let's say, and you sprint out of it and do like a jump shot, you'll camera the other person and it gives you more momentum. Or it's really good when you're also snaking as well. It makes you snake a lot smoother, a lot faster. And snaking is a very overpowered movement where they can't shoot you, but you can shoot them. And if you master that, it's gonna help your game a ton. Tap to reload, I just have it on tap to reload because it might be different if you're playing Warzone. But currently right now, I'm just playing multiplayer. Same with the armor play behavior. No armor in the rank play or rank mode. Target aim assist is on. When you go to aim assist type, I use default. A lot of people were using Black Ops at the beginning. It was traditional slowdown, near targets used in the Black Ops games, but it got like a silent nerf and nerfed, and it's just not as good as it once was before. So I'm pretty sure like majority of people are using a default. There is a couple outliers, so I will not say don't try Black Ops, but I think you should use default. But if Black Ops feels good for you, more power to you. Keep doing your thing. Then I use dynamic. Ever since dynamic has been introduced into Call of Duty, I've made tons of videos breaking down on what each of them do: linear, standard, and dynamic. Dynamic has been the best one since I think Modern Warfare 2019 when it first got introduced. It is so good. It just makes it so you can snap on people really easily, but you're not like super stuck on them with the extra aim assist. So pretty much everyone uses dynamic, and you should use dynamic as well. This is one of the things where I just think you should use it. If you want to see my inputs, go down here. This is different for controller to controller. So I use 0 with my left stick because your left stick really doesn't, mine at least doesn't really get bad stick drift and it doesn't affect me. But your right analog stick, when you're aiming, you will see it when you're standing still. Stick drift is when your character is like moving around like this, when you're not even touching your controller. And that happens when the controller ages a little bit, it gets more wear and tear. So I put mine on 4, but what I like to do is go in private match, shoot a wall, and see if it moves. And I will lower it to the point where it doesn't move anymore. So currently mine is on 4. Then I have 0.90 for right and left stick max. You strafe quicker because you don't have to pull or you have to move the analog all the way. It just, the game picks it up quicker and then you're able to strafe faster and stuff like that. My left trigger and right trigger are 0, 0, 0, 0. I do have digital tap triggers and bumpers like this. So I don't think you really need to mess with these, but I would still recommend just putting the trigger dead zones on 0. Because if you don't have them on 0, you have them high, it's gonna take longer for you when you pull the trigger to actually start shooting your weapon or aim in. Gyro aiming is literally when like you're moving your controller like this. I don't recommend playing on it. It's very difficult, but if it works for you, hey, it works for you. We're gonna keep going down. Now here's the big one. Single tap sprint. This is very good in this game. This, while using automatic tactical sprint, will help you so much because usually when you're trying to sprint, you have to double tap the analog, but instead you just single tap it and you start sprinting, or you do single tap run. Personally, I just like using single tap sprint. That's just my go-to thing. So highly recommend you guys give that a shot too, instead of having to double tap, because it takes more time to double tap. And those milliseconds in Call of Duty can be the difference between getting a kill or dying, winning a game or losing a game. Grounded mantle, I have it on off. So I don't mantle on everything. And I have it on partial. Then I have automatic grounded mantle off as well, so I'm not just running around auto mantling on everything. Parachute auto deploy and all of this stuff is kind of different. Door bash, you want to have it on so you can just sprint through the doors and bash through them. Yep, I know everyone loves doors in Call of Duty. So weapon mount, not important, not important, not important, not important. Okay, and we're gonna be moving on to the graphics right now. Graphics, make sure if you are on PC, you are playing on full screen exclusive. This is all kind of like just what your PC and the capabilities of it right now. So this, you don't really need to copy too much. I have the 100 resolution, Fidelity CAS, make sure you have this on. Filmic SMA 22X for anti-aliasing, make sure you have that on. And then I just personally put everything on low so I can get the most frames and capability in game, so I can get every little advantage possible. That's pretty much what I'm looking for. So most of all my settings are low. I could definitely run higher settings to make it look better, but personally, I just want it on low. It's still very important to get all the way down to the bottom as well. You want to turn depth of field off, because when you aim in, it makes everything blurry around you, which is kind of weird. You want to turn motion blur off, because when you're moving, you look like you're the Flash and you're running into all the different quantum realms. Yeah, you want to turn that off as well, or it's going to be very blurry. You're going to get motion sickness. Weapon motion blur is the same thing, but instead of your map being blurry, your gun is blurry when you're moving around, doing 360s like this. So you want to make sure that is off as well. And then film grain, if you turn it up, it's going to get very grainy and pixely. So make sure you turn that all the way to 0. That's very, very important. This is my field of view. I play on 100. Personally, if I want my game to look really cool, I'll bump it up to 120, and it makes you look like you're running so fast. You look so cracked running around the map and making plays and when you get kills. But I use 100, then I use affected, and pretty much affected makes it so when you aim in, it doesn't really move. But when you use independent and you aim in, your whole screen zooms in like that. So this is personal preference. Usually if you're kind of like sitting in the back lines, playing a little back, playing slow, it's good to use independent. But if you're kind of in the mix and running around making plays, I would say to use affected. Third person point of view, that's only if you play third person and stuff like that. Weapon field of view, I use default. I tried narrow and I wasn't a fan, so I'm just gonna stick to default with this one. Then with camera, very important as well. You might still have this setting on and it is hurting you. If you have this on 100 default, it can make it so your camera is moving while your character is running on the map. So make sure you put it on least 50% for that. Right now I'm using a GoXLR setup, but there is a setting called sound equalization in your PC. If you could turn that on, I would highly recommend you turn it on. And I don't know why I'm telling you guys this, because if you play me, you're gonna be able to hear me all over the map, and you hear anyone all over the map. It pretty much, this game isn't Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, it's Call of Duty Ear Warfare, where you're playing strictly off audio cues. You really don't even need call outs sometimes with your teammates. You just tell them, shh, guys, and you just listen for the enemy's footsteps. So it's very good. Now here's other stuff, which doesn't really matter. Then we go to interface. Go down here. For this, you want to have the minimap on square. It is bigger than the round minimap, so you could see more around the map, which is very important when you're moving. Minimap rotation, you want it to be on, or if you don't have it on, it'll be stuck. So when you're like turning, your map would just not move. And it really helps when you could move around and see different angles of the map while you're like turning and stuff, to see your teammates, see the enemies. Red dots if there's a UAV called in. Crosshairs, static. If you want to keep this on just so you have crosshairs. Kind of weird if you don't have crosshairs, but hey, like I said, if it works for you, it works for you. I keep full name for player name instead of abbreviated or just the icon only. It makes it so you see them, you see more of their name. So if they're hiding like a bush or a dark corner, you'll see their clan tag and then their actual name with the green dot instead of just seeing the dot or just seeing the player. It is really good for that. Center dot I have off, but if you are new to the game and you want to help get some good aiming practice, you could use center dot, and then you could use the different sizes, the default, larger, largest. A good thing for beginners in Call of Duty, maybe start using that at the beginning, but then try to ease off of it and take it off and get used to playing without it. Telemetry, I always keep my FPS counter and my server latency so I can see my ping and I can see my FPS while I am in the game. And other than that, yeah, that is pretty much it for me. That's pretty much it for the settings. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Wait, make sure. Okay, I'm still top 8 right now. I'm gonna have to get back on the grind soon though. If this video helps, let me know in the comments down below. I'll be uploading a lot more informative Call of Duty tips and tricks videos, settings videos, class setup videos, all that good stuff. So thank you guys all very much for watching. I will see you in the next one. And as always, my name is Attach, and I'm out. Peace.